Happy Valentine's Day. I want to tell you a story that happened to me a long time ago when I was in elementary school. And that Valentine's Day, looking back, I'll never forget that. So when I was a little girl, Valentine's Day was my favorite because I was able to get candy and cards. Well, one year, I think I was about 8 or 9 years old, I went to school and we were having a Valentine's Day party. So you had to go home, get a shoebox, and you had to wrap it and put colors on it, decorate it, and make it look pretty. And then you had to cut a hole in the top so that when all the students are giving you cards, they could just put it in the hole through the box. So when I went home, I made my box and I made it look so beautiful, and I was so excited for Valentine's Day tomorrow. So the next morning I got up and I put on my red shirt, of course, and I was so excited to go to school. I was so looking forward to getting cards and candies. So when I got to school that morning, the Valentine's Day party wasn't that in the morning, it was in the afternoon. It started 1:30. So first we got to eat cookies. They were in the shape of a heart. Mine was red. So the night before, when I was home making my cards, I put every single person's name on on the cards from my class, and the people I liked, I would write it all nice and make it look pretty, and then the people I didn't like, I just threw it together. I didn't care. So when I went to school that morning, I didn't have a bus, so I had to walk to school, and it was about 1 mile. And I walked with my friends, and we got to hang out and talk, and it wasn't that far of a walk. It was fun. My school, when I went to school, my brother and sister, they were older than me, I think 10 years. And their high school was a little bit closer to the house than ours, so mine was a farther walk. So anyway, that morning I put on my clothes. I was so excited, and I was walking to school. I had my shoebox under my arm, walking to school. When we got to school, we went through everything, and then it was finally time to pass out the cards. Well, we didn't pass them out. You went up to people's boxes and you put the cards in their box. And so I went up and I was putting everybody's cards in their box that I made for them, and then when I looked over at my box, it was completely full, and there was about 30 students in our class, so it was nice and full. I was so excited to see who wrote me cards. So when we were done passing them all out, the teacher said that we were allowed to open our boxes, so I went over to mine and I started reading the cards, and I knew who everybody was that gave me a card, and then I found this one card. And I read it, and I looked around, and I was just heartbroken. The card was not very nice. I don't know who wrote it. They didn't put their name on it. I guess they were a chicken or something, but the card read, "Roses are red, violets are blue. I have a bulldog that stinks like you too." And I read it, and I was just so upset. And I was thinking, like, does someone really think I smell bad? They don't like me? I don't even know the handwriting. I just could not figure out who wrote this card. And I was scarred by that experience. I didn't want any more to do with this Valentine's party. So I put the card back in my box, I put the lid on, and I just sat there quietly. Everyone else was laughing, having fun, opening their cards, showing their friends, not me. I was just sitting there quietly. I sat there and I waited till it was time, and the bell rang, and I went home. I was not happy. Usually on Valentine's I rush home and I'm showing everybody my cards, but not this time. I had my box under my arm and I just walked home, and I just kept thinking, who could have wrote that card? Who hates me that bad that they would write something like that? And I was trying to figure it out, but I just couldn't. Also that day, I forgot that it was supposed to pour down rain horribly, and I just didn't care. I was walking and the rain was pouring down on me, dripping down. I just didn't even care because I was just so hurt by everything. So I was walking home, and I was really close to home when this huge wind comes by and blows my box, and all my cards start flying all over. And all my cards just go everywhere. So I tried to hurry and grab as many as I couldn't, but I couldn't grab all of them. Because remember, I told you there was about 30 kids in my class. I couldn't grab all of them. And I grabbed what I could, and I put my top back on, and I picked my box up, and I went home. And when I got home, I sat down, and I was just really upset. And my sister and my brother, remember I said they were older, they were in high school. When school was done, they walked home. And my sister came in the house, and she said, "Hey, I found some of your Valentine's Day cards on the ground." She's like, "Yeah, thank you so much." And then she said, "This one is not very nice. Someone really doesn't like you." And I said, someone said something really bad about me. Roses are red, and I stink like a dog, and it was not very nice. I don't know who could have wrote it. I'm heartbroken. So remember, I was 8 or 9 years old, and I'm 50, and I still remember that. That means the saying that says, "Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never hurt you." That's not true. Sticks and stones will break your bones, yes, but words, they will always hurt you.